they're missing Christmas, they're missing nightclubs, and it's like, so you want to go out and be social, but you won't take a vaccine. So are you ready to be at home for the next 2 years?
All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? This is Everyday Heroes, and we've got JB Written, real name Wynton, the aunt of dragons, Jazz the Queen Lioness. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead, I'm gonna wait. Go ahead and press the button. Go ahead, press the button. All right, there we go, there we go. So before we get into anything, I'm gonna go around the table and ask how everybody doing. Aunt of Dragons, how you doing?
Hello, I feel fat today. I feel extremely overweight today. So other than that, I'm alive. So I'm grateful for that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Jazz, the Queen Lioness, how you doing?
Everything is everything. I'm glad to be here tonight.
All right, all right. Real name, I see you. You look like you're in a happy mood, my brother. How
Hey
you doing?
man, hey man, I can't call it just taking it step by step like an alcoholic. You
All
know,
right,
just doing me,
all right.
man.
Good deal, good deal. All right, man. We finna get into some stuff today. Okay, we finna get into this topic. Then the topic is okay. All right, so we talking about this COVID-19 vaccination. Okay, in order to get the stimulus check, you have to get the vaccine. Okay, we're gonna talk about would you do it? Would you not do it? Is Biden behind it? And we're finna get into it, man. We're finna get into it. I'm finna go with real name Wynton first to see what he got going on about this topic. What you think, my brother?
So first thing I want to mention is that let's not drive a narrative out there, right? The vaccine, that was just a proposal
Mm,
of one of the ways that they were gonna get people to do the vaccine. So they have like two or three different proposals out there, and this is what was on it, right? 1,500 for a vaccine. Personally, would I do it? No. I work from home. I get everything delivered here for the most part, man. I really don't leave the house that much. Another thing is side effects and stuff like that. I don't know what comes with that. I've read an article, don't know if it was true or not, that it can make you more susceptible to getting HIV or something. Not sure how that works with me in a relationship, but um, other than that, I mean, I just don't trust it as of this point, and $1,500 ain't enough for me. They'd have to give me a lot more than that. So I gotta add about maybe three or four zeros on top of that before I'd even consider something like that. Especially for what they consider I think they said it was the fastest vaccine that was ever created. So $1,500, I make that in a day if I wanted to. So I'm not hurting that bad. So I'm good on that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Under Dragons, we're gonna go to you and see what you think about it. Would you do it? Would you not do it? What's going
A
on?
thousand,
Mm-hmm.
1,000% I will. But my question is, for those of people who couldn't qualify for the stimulus, does that count for them?
Hmm.
Asking for selfish reasons, because I've never made more than $1,000 in a day before, and I don't know. I wouldn't mind being a lab rat, because for someone who has nothing to lose, I wouldn't mind being the lab rat for someone else who actually needs help.
So that's enough
So,
money. That's enough money for yourself.
oh, 1,000%, yeah, because I don't have kids. My family aren't very close. I don't have a car. I don't have health insurance. Like, I would not mind volunteering to be the lab rat for the next year. But another one of my questions is,
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of people online, which I know that it's actually not a lot of the population who are online, and I've noticed that a lot lately. But for those people who are online, who aren't taking the surveys, I've noticed a lot of them are saying that they wouldn't take it. I'm wondering if they're considering what's the alternative. So are you willing to be locked down until 2022? And already people are already restless, talking about how they're so sad, how they're missing Christmas, they're missing nightclubs. And it's like, so you want to go out and be social, but you won't take a vaccine. So are you ready to be at home for the next 2 years? If the answer is no, then I feel like you're kind of like a hypocrite. And that's all I have to say for right now.
So my question for you, before I get to for you on the Dragons, if they said, hey, you have to, in order to get this stimulus check, you have to get the vaccine. Do you think that's right, or do you think that's wrong? Do you think they should just give it to people like they did in the past, or you think they should do it that way?
I think that incentives matter. You know,
Mm.
you go into work because you want to get a paycheck. You don't, I mean, like the average middle class American doesn't enjoy their job, you know. So incentives really matter. And I know that we're reaching, and I know that population also matters as well, because during the Great Depression, there's a lot less people on the planet, or in America, forgive me. So when we say that this is the highest unemployment in history, because there's actually a lot more people. So I mean, I know, God, since March, so many of my friends, I call them friends and not coworkers, because like we bonded, and so many of them were let go, and I'm like, fuck, what would you expect them to do? You know? And I know, like, I just feel like 1,200 for 1 month will just help just a teeny tiny bit, you know? But then like Wynton said, what are the health side effects? Maybe for the next 20 years of your life, you're fine. But what if you get cancer in the next 30 years as a result of the vaccine? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I ask you a question, Honor Dragons, real quick?
Me? Sorry.
Yes. So I was talking to a friend earlier that kind of said the same thing as you. And he kind of rose a question to me. So I want to ask you this question. Do you think that this incentive of $1,500 is targeted for people that are in poverty? And knowing that the people that are in poverty, are probably majority Black and Hispanic people. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that my question is, what do you mean by majority? Because I think that we've talked about this before, that Black Americans make up 12% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't we care about poor white people?
Right.
The poor white people need the shot and the money as well.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than race, we should focus on class. So class, the middle class and lower class need that $1,500 this month, or next month, whatever. And like you said, like it's not set in stone. I highly doubt that they're going to do this.
I agree.
Yeah, like they're already talking about like canceling student loans, et cetera. They don't want to put the national debt into that much. So I highly doubt they're gonna give that incentive. But for selfish perspective, from my point of view, I think that us young people need to be like, hey, got no kids, got no spouse, I'll be the lab rat.
Yeah. Hey, Queen.
Okay, I like that.
Queen, Jazz Queen Lioness, just chime in. What do you feel about this vaccine? Are you about it? Are you not about it? Or what's going on with you?
Yeah, my answer is hell to the no. Yeah, no, I don't. For one, I personally don't believe in vaccines. I don't believe in getting them. I've seen firsthand the effects of vaccines, especially in our community. I think it's commendable that actually you're willing to be the lab rat. Somebody has to do it. Same thing with the military. Somebody has to do it. But as for me, that's just not enough money, for one. And that money is not going to change your situation. So I don't feel like, it's almost like lending money to a person who needs the help for their bills. They're still going to have those bills next month. You feel me? So that's a very small seed to the bigger problem. But overall, no, I don't agree with the vaccine. For me, I'm not telling anyone else not to do it, but for me, it doesn't work because it goes against my personal beliefs. Um, as far as I just overall, I
I,
like.
I got a
Go
quick
ahead.
question for you, the Queen Lioness. Um, if you saw that it was working for other people, would you, if you had the lab rats out there and they tried it and it was working for them, would that, or you just like, no, I don't want to do it, you know,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm a no all the way around.
hmm even
I
if it was,
believe, huh?
even if it was working for, people, the lab
It
rats.
would be for most people, right? And then you have that small percentage. I mean, I think I know in the beginning, whenever COVID first came out, they were comparing it to the flu. Like, of course, a lot of people have passed and everything, which is terrible, but um it's the same thing with the flu. Like, you're gonna have that small percentage that passes just because they already have previous issues or whatnot. But overall, I truly do believe that our body has my body, I guess, has what it takes to recover. And if not, then I would rather die from natural causes.
hmm Yeah, man. For me, I'm literally on the fence with this. I kind of understand both sides. That's why I'm having more questions than more answers. For me, the people who don't want the vaccine, is it the money? You know, is it just you don't believe in vaccines? And these are just a couple
But
questions.
why can't we just go back to the quarantining? Because for other countries, it showed that it worked. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, why can't we really do a shutdown? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, let's shut it down, help slow it down.
on the dragons, what you think about that?
Because this whole quarantine has proved how I can curse.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
grown.
Because this whole fiasco has shown how fucking stupid Americans are.
Mm,
Just the
what you
fact that
mean
people
for
are
that?
bitching that I can't gather with more than 10 people for Christmas. Are you fucking kidding me? Your grandma will still be here next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Well,
I'm
you
quoting
don't know
Jazz
that,
actually.
but
Well, we
Well,
don't
you
know
don't
that.
know, but like, you know what I'm
grandmother.
saying though, right?
No,
Like,
I don't. But I think at this
Okay.
point, it's time for America to put on their big boy, big girl panties and do what's best for you. If not, then yeah, of course the numbers are gonna rise. Now, not only are you gonna die from the fucking virus, you're also gonna die from the fucking vaccine because you don't know what the side effects are, but you're willing to be a fucking lab rat. Okay, cool.
Hmm. Well, see, the thing for me now, for the people that don't want to do it, what is another solution that we can do, that we can have, besides what we have tried? Because what we have
Quarantine.
tried, yeah, but what we have, like Ashley was saying, what we have tried, some, for the most part, is it working or is it not working? Because if it was working, we wouldn't probably need a vaccine right now. You know what I'm saying? So, what could work for us for this COVID situation to
I
go
mean,
away?
but do vaccines really work? Because we've been getting vaccines for uh chicken pox and all kind of shit, and it still comes up every year.
What you think, real name? You on mute.
Um, I mean, I don't really know what else we could try on that, but I want to respond to something that Anna Dragon said.
Mm-hmm.
So she mentioned that like let's be real with ourselves, you wouldn't be willing to stay home for another 2 years. Well, I would be. I would totally be down for staying home. For one, I make my money at home. I do e-commerce, and that's for selfish reasons. I do e-commerce. I build websites. You know, I do my music here at home. I mean, I don't really have a reason to really leave the house. I mean, I don't have a problem with spending this whole year at home like that. So, at least for me, I don't really mind staying home for the next 2 years if that's what it takes to come out with a better solution or a more proof vaccine.
I
But
got a
that's just
question.
me.
And this is for everybody, even the audience. How much money is enough money to do it? If 15 is not enough, how much is enough? Is there a limit? Is there got to go to the thousands, millions? What would be a game changer for you to take this vaccine and give it a shot?
For me, I'm just
And,
thinking
and,
off the top of my head. Go
and
ahead.
before you answer it, and the reason I ask that, because the more of the money, maybe the more they feel like, hey, this vaccine can work. They wouldn't be able to pay a person to do this vaccine that much money if they don't think it'll work. So how much money, would it be for you?
Um, I don't really know. For me, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. It has to be something that I mean, this is something that they probably would never do. The number needs to be in the billions, and I need reparations for me and my family, straight up. You know
I
what I'm
like that.
saying? Me
I
and my
like
family have free education,
that. It's about
and
that
so
time they
forth.
give black people something.
And exactly, they done hit us with the Tuskegee, what's that, Tuskegee experiment or whatever it was. Or
Yeah.
look, man, I'm good, so I need reparations for me and my family, and that number needs to be in the billions. That's what I need.
Mhm. Ashley, what is the least money you would take? The least. I know you said 15. So what is the least money? Would you do it for free?
I mean, I've never seen wealth like you guys have. So
Well,
you
I
can't
mean, no,
ask.
I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you
Would
you
you do it
can't.
for free?
I mean, honestly, like from perspective, like look at someone who's probably never made. I've probably never made over $30,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So looking from that lower class mindset, anything is enough. But also consider that they were all young people. Even if they do offer a price to us, we're not going to be allowed to get it until at least 2022.
Okay.
All I'm saying, well, they say the vaccines are going to be ready by December 10th of this month.
But old people and people with conditions get it first. So us young people with healthy immune systems, we're the last on the list.
Okay.
So we're not going to see anything at all until at least 2022.
Kind of crazy because they're the ones that's, like you said, the most at risk. So we just going to kill off the older generation first. Okay.
Yeah. Well, for me, my question that when you're on mute.
Oh, well, just to answer your question, that's like asking me how much would it cost for me to slap my mom. Like, you ever seen the post, would you slap your brother for $1 million? I feel like that's y'all being cheap, bro. And it's too many ways and free education out here for us to even think that we can't make $1 million. That's all I'm saying. So I'm shouting out to all the folks that's living in poverty, bro. You can change your situation. You ain't got to take no vaccine just to get out of the hard life.
Yeah.
It's all about mindset.
Now I'm with Wynton though with it. It'll have to be a free education passed down to my daughter, and also, kind of set for life. That'll get me to take it. But just for $1 million or whatever, no, I'm not gonna take it just for that, just for money. But when I think about it, and I wouldn't sit here and lie and say, so I would think about it, So we're gonna go ahead.
1,500?
No, not for 1,500. I say
Oh,
millions,
okay.
millions and billions.
Okay.
Not for 1,500. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
I wait and see what happened with Ashley first.
Thanks.
Hey, I'll be happy. I'll be right next to you though. I'll be like, hey girl, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't be right next to her. It's the vaccine, bro. You gotta have social
I'll be on Zoom. I'll be on Skype, or whatever. I'll be on.
Yeah, we'll do our daily check-ins. You know what I'm saying?
I call here.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, we're gonna get into some final comments. Anybody got some final comments that they want to say about this topic? In order to get a stimulus check, would you get the vaccine? Any last comments?
I mean, hey man, Overall, if that's what you got to do, then do what you got to do. You need that extra 1,500,
Your money, honey.
and you don't mind, being the front line. Somebody has to do it. So, hey, by all means necessary.
I'll just say this. If anybody, is really in poverty right now and they need $1,500 and they are considering taking this vaccine, even if they don't want to do it, even if you don't want to do it, but you're taking it because you're in poverty, contact me. I will send you links. You can spend $200 on some education and you can make 50K plus a year. I promise you. So, you know what I'm saying? So it may not be the work that you want to be doing, but you'll be making 50K a year. You know what I'm saying? I promise you. I've done it. Been doing it for years. So that's all I have to say on that.
All right.
So this is something that I've noticed recently, that a lot of people, specifically also myself, can't distinguish reality and fiction. And these podcasts are so fun. They're very entertaining. They're great to look as a great distraction. But at the end of the day, these podcasts are all just feelings. They're all just opinions. And facts can't distinguish from opinions. So when you're deciding whether to take a vaccine or not, whether to wear a mask or not, there are a couple of experts that I want to suggest to you. There's Dr. Andrew Huberman, and there's also Dr. Mike. Just type in Dr. Mike. He's the most beautiful guy that you'll see on YouTube. So if you really are on the fence, please look at those videos, or please contact a health professional, because this is something that's gotten way out of control in America. And it's confusing me a lot, because I'm like, we're supposed to be the greatest nation in the world, and we can't even get our act together. So for the small percentage of the population who is online in America, just look at China, look at Australia, look at Canada, and let's just try to model them. That's it.
Awesome, man. This was a great show. You don't want to miss the good stuff we got coming for you next. Thank you for tuning in to Everyday Heroes with real name Wynton, the Aunt of Dragons, Jazz, the Queen Lioness, and myself, JB Written. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Everyday Heroes, and we out.